Hi, and welcome everybody to a special edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. I say special edition because we haven't recorded on Saturdays in a long time, but today we're going to do so with the conference tournaments in full flight here, getting down to semifinal and finals action today. We didn't know the matchups more or less yesterday for today. So usually we do it 4:00 in the afternoon. But in any event, we're here today, and I'm joined by Mr. Jesse Shule of jesseshule.com, a guy who's just 2-1 in the sports books to death. Another 2-1 winning day for Jesse yesterday. He mixed in a 3-2 2 days ago, but that's 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, and 2-1. That's pretty damn good over the last 4 days, my friend.
Number one at picks and parlays over the last 7 days. Number two for the year at picks and parlays. So, I'm holding my own. Last night, I really wanted the sweep. I wanted that to pull out the yellow outfit, but just wearing my Oklahoma t-shirt today after a 2-1. So that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take 2-1 every day myself, my friend. So, nice day yesterday. Just a small profit for me. Makes 2 days in a row with 2-1 on Thursday, 2-2 yesterday, but made a small profit because my 10-star top play, which all my clients bet 50% more on, came through as I had the Tulane game with Wichita State over the total of 151. That game reached 158. In college basketball totals now, folks, 41-22 since March 11th of last year. Today's March 11th, exactly 1 year, Jesse. So rolling along with those plays, and also 107-80 now with my college basketball 10-star top plays after that win last night. That's good for 57%, and dime players have made over 19 grand during that course of time. That's all documented by sportscapping.com. All right, Jesse, we got two big games to talk about today. One is the Big 12 championship, which you'll be covering. No surprise here with Texas and Kansas squaring off in the Big 12 title game. And I'm going to be looking at the Xavier and Marquette game in the Big East tournament. And I guess you could say no surprise there as well. But in any event, Jesse, right now, as we speak, Kansas is a 1.5-point favorite, and the total is 141 in the Big 12 championship game. Tell us who you like and why you like it, Jesse.
Well, Ross, I'm going to focus on the total. I probably should have given you a call and asked you what you thought before I came out here and laid it all on the line, because I know you do have this big totals run going, and I don't think my totals have been quite as good as yours have. My success has come mostly with sides, but I'm looking at the under. I'm looking at this. I mean, these teams played just over a week ago in Texas. The Longhorns won that game by a score of 75-59. Of course, it was a much higher total in that game, but they came well short of it. Kansas beat Iowa State 71-58 yesterday. Texas beat Texas Tech 66-60. Unfortunately, I was on the wrong side of that one. Close game, though, and both these teams just continue to play strong defense. Texas is only allowing 66 points per game, their last 5 overall. Kansas allowing 64.4 points per game, their last 5 overall. And when you hear numbers like that, you might think, wow, who were they playing? In the Big 12, it doesn't matter who they were playing.
Yeah.
They were playing somebody good, rest assured. So allowing 65, an average of around 65 points per game means you're playing good defense in the Big 12. Both these teams are trending toward the under heading into this game. Texas has gone under in 4 straight. Kansas has gone under in 6 straight. It's a final. I think both teams want to win this, and I think both teams are going to play that style of March Madness. You're going to go into the tournament. You're not going to make it to the Final Four or win a championship if you can't win games where both teams are scoring in the 50s and 60s. So they might as well get their practice in now, play defense, and I say this game's going under.
I unequivocally agree with you. You made some good points. Kansas 6-0 to the under in their last 6. Those games averaged a combined 133.8 points per game. Texas 4-0 to the under in the last four, like Jesse alluded to. Those four games average 129 points per game. Texas, like you just touched upon, their last five games defensively, if you really narrow it down to their last three, two of which were in the Big 12 tournament, 55.3 points per game and holding opponents over their last three games to a combined 33.1% shooting from the field. So, all signs point toward the under here. And sometimes you just have to stare the obvious in the face and go with it. I mean,
well,
again,
I'm glad you like it, Ross, because we've been doing these shows long enough that I know for sure if you didn't agree, you wouldn't have any problem telling me about it.
No, I wouldn't. And vice versa. And that's okay if we disagree, right? So Texas, number 12 nationally in defensive efficiency at KenPom. Kansas, number 6 defensively in the nation at KenPom as well. So all points that Jesse made, I'm just more or less putting the dot over the I and crossing that T. Kansas and Texas, Jesse likes under 141, and I do wholeheartedly agree with him. All right, Xavier and Marquette, Jesse. The total in this game is 154, and that's where my area of focus is. In case you're wondering about the side, Marquette is a short 2-point favorite, and that's significant from this standpoint. Xavier has played 9-1 to the over this year whenever their point spread was +3 to -3. And those games average 161 points per game. So basically, whenever they're playing a game in which it's virtually a very even matchup, according to the sports books, they played over the total 90% of the time. Xavier also 4-1 to the over in their last five, scoring 78 or more in all five of those contests and shooting 50.7% from the field, 43.5% from the three-point line, and 76% from the free throw line. So they've been very efficient offensively. They did go under last night, but it wasn't because of them. It was their offense anyway. It's because they locked down defensively on Creighton. But Marquette's a whole different animal than Creighton. They present a lot more problems, in my estimation, to defend than Creighton does. They're more multifaceted, and Marquette has gone under the total in the first two rounds of this tournament. However, they haven't played three straight unders since November 23rd. As a matter of fact, in their last four games coming off back-to-back unders, all four of those contests went over the total. And get this, Jesse, a combined 173.5 points scored per game. Marquette 6-over to the over in their last six when the total's in the 150s, which it is here. In those 5 or 6 games, averaged 167.2 points per game. And KenPom tells me Marquette is number 6 nationally in adjusted offense. Xavier, number 3 nationally in adjusted offense. You guessed it. I like Xavier and Marquette over 154. I know it's a high total for a conference championship game, but I'm not going to let that big number scare me off, and it's a big number for a reason, Jesse.
Well, Ross, willing partner. That's what I got to say. It seems like both these teams have a willing partner that wants to play a specific style, and when they get together, you got to expect it to be fast and high scoring. So I can't disagree with your assessment there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anytime you agree with me, it's a good thing, and vice versa. But when we disagree, that's okay too, because it's never personal. It's just the competitive nature of our business. And
not that I'm keeping score, but we were 1-1 disagreeing with each other yesterday.
1-1 disagreeing with each other yesterday. So
I like Texas A&M, and you liked Duke, and of course Duke won and Texas A&M won. Games against Miami and Arkansas.
Yeah. So, and you had a nice call yesterday on your premium side with that Arkansas and Texas A&M game under, which was a great call. So good for you. So again, Jesse, we know how well you've been doing of late. So tell us what you may have coming up today that the folks could look forward to.
Well, Ross, I stepped up with 5 games yesterday, but I'm going back to the well, trying to dig out another 2-1 today. I've got just 3 games so far posted, but I think they're pretty good ones. I do have a hockey, and I've won 5 straight on the ice, which somehow gets lost. I think my hockey, I'm not exactly sure. My hockey run's very good. I know that it's on the front page of Sports Capping, but I'm not really paying attention to hockey as much as the college basketball right now. So, in a month's time, we'll get really into hockey and NBA. But anyways, it's ticking over. So I got a hockey, I got a college basketball, and an NBA, one of each sport, available tonight at jesseshul.com. You can follow me on Twitter at jesseshul. Pictures of barbecue, jokes, pictures of me in a yellow Speedo when I sweep, all that good stuff.
And in bench pressing 225 21 times. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. And his barbecue, let me tell you, folks, if you just watch look at the pictures, I should say, on his Twitter page of his barbecuing, you'll gain 20 pounds without even eating anything. So,
and you need to eat the barbecue if you want to do the bench press competition, right? Like it's the barbecue that leads to the high bench press scores.
There you go. There you go. So there you have it. Jesse Shul at jesseshul.com. One of the best handicappers in the country. And the last week really shows how good he is at crunch time, as he's right up there on the leaderboards at Sports Memo and Picks and Parlays, and for the year at Picks and Parlays as well. So this is a guy who's been getting it done. Look, we've been working together for about a year and a half now. He's consistently hit over 60% in all sports. And folks, you can't do much better than that, even though a lot of you out there will say, well, I could do that on my own. And I will tell you, you're full of baloney. Anyway, I have one play up right now in the UMass Lowell and Vermont game. That goes at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Chances are you're not going to get to that in time. But in case you do, because this will be up shortly, I'm recording right now. It's 10:15 a.m. Eastern. I have the total in that game. So, and I told you how good the totals have been doing, 41-22 since March 11th of last year, exactly 1 year to the day. Also, folks, I'll have a 5-star top play at Sports Memo in college basketball, 10-star top play at my site in college basketball. The only difference is the ratings. I've always used 10-star as my top play. Sports Memo doesn't allow us to go more than 5-star, and that's okay. It's one and the same. And I'll have at least three more plays up shortly in college basketball on Saturday as well. So, folks, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please take a second to do so. Costs you absolutely nothing. You're watching right now. If you haven't subscribed, ask yourself this: why am I watching? I must be interested in sports betting. And we have a great panel here. Not only myself and Jesse, but Doug Upstone of DocSports.com, Sean Higgs over at PicksandParleys.net, and Joey D'Amico from SportsMemo.com as well. So until the next time, for Jesse Shul and Ross Benjamin, we'd like each and every one of you to give us a like. And beside that, we want you to have a great weekend. Good luck, folks, and knock 'em dead.